you're getting a life review on everything that you've been through. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love myself even more. Look what I've been through. I can't believe. And also, you're having more awareness because you might be somebody. Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, I would love to guide you all through an exercise that I did back in 2018. Actually, it might have been fall of 2019 when I started getting nervous system treatments. So what I had to do for these treatments was I had to make a list of every single event from my childhood, my teenage years, my 20s, my 30s. I'm 42 now. So I just basically had to write down any event that I could think of that negatively affected me. Even if it was a simple situation in school where, somebody made fun of me, I wrote it down, and as I was writing, it was pretty cool because I was able to access twice as many memories just through the act of writing. So I want to guide you all to do that. So if you're open to it, grab a paper and pen, and I'm just going to walk you through what I did. So before you start to journal, when you're calling in memories from your past, or if you're going into trauma and any kind of wounding, you always want to ground yourself down. And the way I like to ground myself down is I'll sit in the chair, both feet on the floor, hand on my heart, and I'll just start breathing really deeply through each of my chakras, right? I'll breathe air in, and I'll imagine the air coming up through the base of my spine, through my root chakra, through my sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, and then out into the cosmos, up into the highest light possible. And I just keep breathing that air in. And then when I exhale out, I'm breathing the air back down through that channel. And as I exhale out, the paper's on the table, the pen's on the table, and I'm breathing, preparing to write. And I imagine this beautiful rainbow colored ribbon in a spiral form, leaving my body and grounding me down into the center of Mother Earth. So if you're sitting in a house, if you're in a car, and maybe you're just, at a park and you're just sitting in your car doing this meditation or doing this exercise, wherever you are, you're imagining this ribbon going through the car seat, the seat that you're sitting in. It's going down through the floor, down through the dirt, the grass, the earth, the sand, the water, whatever it is. And you're imagining this rainbow ribbon going all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, to her core. Ribbon is wrapping around the core of Mother Earth, and she's actually holding on to it with her hands too. If you can sense that and feel that, maybe you can think of the roots of trees grabbing your ribbon and not letting it go. So then all of a sudden we imagine that ribbon getting nice and taut, right? And now that's connected to our root chakra. It's connected to all of our chakras. So now we're tethered to Mother Earth. And now we're going to begin writing because we're grounded, okay? And we're protected. So then you take your pen and you just start listing from the earliest memory that you can think of. It doesn't even have to be the earliest. It could have been last year. And you're writing down any event that left you feeling less than, triggered, in shame. Maybe it's something that you did to hurt somebody else. Maybe you cheated on a boyfriend in high school. Maybe you lied to your best friend in high school. Maybe you kept a secret from your family all this time. You're writing down every single icky thing about your life. It's like a life review. Okay. And you're also going to tap into what people have done to you. And as you're writing, you're just going to allow your hand to write what it wants to write, whether it wants to write 2 paragraphs about it or just a bullet list. You get to do whatever you want to do, but you're going to see when you get into this exercise, you're grounded with Mother Earth and your angels, and you're safe and you're protected. So you don't have to fear going into these traumas or these events, but you're just writing them out. When I first did it, I had 57 items on my list. So I was thinking of every situation of somebody who hurt me. I was a teacher at a school, and there was a certain group of women at the school who were kind of like catty and mean to me. And meanwhile, like, they had no idea. They knew what I had been through with losing my daughter and stuff. But it's wild that one of the women ended up, she also lost 2 children. I think she lost twins. And like 4 years later, she ended up messaging me and apologizing and saying, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what, losing a child felt like. Now I know what it feels like. I'm sorry that, I wasn't more kind. And it was just a really nice message to get. Um, and I believe that that text came in for karma, right? Karma has to close its loop. When we're mean to other people, we eventually have to feel that same pain. So she felt the pain. I'm not saying that she lost a child and that was the karma. That's that soul's journey. But her coming back and apologizing was her closing that karmic loop. And I believe I may have activated that by doing my healing work and writing it down. So when you do this work, you might be activating apologies. You might be activating yourself to apologize to somebody else. I always say, keep your side of the street clean. If you're feeling unsettled about something and you want to apologize, do it. You have to be okay with whatever their reaction may be. They could ghost you, they could ignore the apology, they could rebuttal it in some way, but you do what's best for you. But you can also not physically apologize, and you can energetically apologize. You can write that person a letter energetically and just burn it and then set that free. Or if it's somebody that's passed away, I recommend that to all of my clients. If they have a parent that's passed away who they have anger towards, we write the parent a letter and then we release it. But when we're doing this trauma healing and we're writing down our list, it's going to activate memories, and you're going to help yourself heal more by actually knowing what fully happened to you. And for me, this whole video, this whole process, what it's really doing, it's building self-compassion. You're getting a life review on everything that you've been through, and you're like, oh my gosh, I love myself even more. Look what I've been through. I can't believe. And also, you're having more awareness, because you might be somebody who says, I don't really remember much from my childhood, because that's what I was like. I might have said that when I was 35. I probably was always saying that I don't really remember much. Now I'm 42 and I remember everything. And I've done healing sessions for everything. And I chose to, I'm choosing to go into my wounding because I want to be free. I want to heal everything. I don't want to have I don't want to have any stone unturned. And I honor anybody else who's going through that right now. I honor you for doing that, because I know how grueling it is and how painful it is. And I just honor you for it. While everybody else was building families and decorating homes and raising kids, I was on a massage table every weekend, going into my pain, going into my suffering, and doing the work to heal so that I could be here to help all of you too. So I'm doing it to free myself and to stop the patterns in my family line, but I also want to help you all do it too. So there's certain sacrifices we make, but it's our choice, right? So I just wanted to share this video to let you know that if you don't have a ton of memories and you want to access them, this is a great exercise to do. And then after you write all of your wounds, all of your traumas, all the things that you've done to other people, you can make a list. I call it my blame for the good. You can make a little bullet next to each trauma and write down the good that you got from it. What did it teach you? For me, I was abused by one of my parents. And it was like for every question that I got wrong on a test, I got hit for it. So I wrote down that trauma. And then I put next to it, I said, thank you so much. You taught me to never lay my hand on anybody ever. And that's what it taught me, because I know that feeling. Or never to make somebody feel stupid, to not berate somebody for failing, that we want to encourage people to fail, because that's how we learn, that's how we grow. But I grew up feeling like I can't fail anything. So I ended up like finding a way to cheat my way through fourth grade and fifth grade just to avoid the pain and suffering of the abuse. So I ended up learning toxic behaviors to protect myself. So my psyche, that's why I had to do so many sessions to remove my traumas, because my psyche was so affected. I was living life in such a just a harmful way to myself, like so much self-judgment, so much changing who I am to fit in wherever I am so that I don't get hit, right? Meaning like abuse in my adult life. I'm not getting hit right now, but my mind still thinks I'm going to, or my body still remembers that, oh, don't start this new website, don't start a business, because if you fail, what happens when you fail a test? You get hit. So I really had to face all of those thoughts and feelings. And that's why I did the healing work that I did. But me having the awareness of that event that happened to me, that specific situation, that test that I took that I failed, it taught me what not to do. So now I have compassion. I was a teacher for 17 years. So when a kid failed a test and they're like, Miss Thornton, like, can I take this over? I'm like, yes, you can. It's okay. Like you don't have to worry. You can fail and you could try again. But if I didn't learn that lesson, I wouldn't have that compassion for my students. And my students loved me. They loved that I understood all of these little things. And I was unconsciously understanding them, even though I didn't have awareness of all of my traumas at that time. I just was innately loving because I knew what it felt like for me to be a high school kid and to be in trouble. And I could feel the energy of my students when they felt like they were going to go home and get in trouble. And I would be like, it's okay. You can have an extra day to do the assignment. The world's not going to end, but I do want you to set boundaries for yourself, and I want you to set goals, and I don't want you to, use me and abuse me and my kindness. So I set boundaries with them, but I was never the teacher that instilled fear or made them feel like terrible if they failed a test, or I would never ever make them have to speak up in front of the class if they didn't feel safe to. And I would have talks with them about it, like, why don't you feel safe? Is it okay? And we'd go into like talks about, when they didn't feel safe in fourth grade, when the whole class laughed at them because they mispronounced a word. And then they were in my junior health class, worried about reading in front of the class. And I understood why. And I gave them that compassion, and I didn't force them to do it because I know what it takes to heal. And I didn't at the time fully, but I kind of knew because I had gone through my loss already and my grief, and I had done like 15 years of therapy. So anyway, long story short, kids experience trauma too, and we can't always force them to be a certain way just because society says so. Like, you must read in front of the class just because everybody else is doing it. Well, no, every kid's different. Every kid has different feelings and traumas. And that's the same for you. You cannot expect yourself to perform the same way as somebody else because you have an entirely different experience. Your life review, the list that you're making, is not like anybody else's. So you becoming aware of this list is going to help you move forward and be like, wow, I love myself. I can see all the stuff I've been through, and I'm really proud of myself. And now I want to heal each one of these traumas. And that's the work I do with my clients and my mentorship and my group coaching program. We uncover, I can't tell you guys how many times I'm on a call with a client and they're like, oh my God, Michelle, I just had this memory just on this call right now of this thing that happened. And that's why this is happening in my current life. This is why I'm attracting this type of boss or whatever it is. And it's so powerful to watch somebody have a breakthrough on a call and they're free from it. And then if they can't fully get free from it, then I send them to my mentor and I do the nervous system work with them, and then they're fully free. So these lists can be super, super powerful. Do not fear going into your childhood. Do not fear going into your past lives. Ground yourself down first with your angels and your guides. Make your list and then close the sacred space saying, angels and guides, thank you so much for guiding me through this journal session. I have everything I need. Please close this up. I don't want to feel these feelings for the rest of the day. Let me just wrap this up and leave this in this container right here, right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you pull your ribbon back up from Mother Earth. You kind of untether yourself in a way, and then you go on and live your life. Then you go do something to nurture yourself after going into that really brave experience, because it is a brave experience to face your past. It's not easy. So I'm sending you so much love. But if you need help, book a session with me. I'd love to work with you. I do a one-to-one mentorship for 8 weeks. I have my group coaching program, which you can sign up for right now. The doors are open. We're starting on October 1st. I'm going to take a group of 7 to 10 women, and we are just going to go through all of this together. And you're going to see so much transformation if you join. The last group that I hosted, we had so many women manifesting dream cars, new jobs, new opportunities. One woman took a leap of faith, left her job, got a new job within a week. And she didn't have anything lined up. It came later, but she felt safe to do it because she was supported by a group and she had my teachings. She understood the process of a leap of faith. And there's certain things you have to know about taking a leap of faith before you just do it randomly. Okay, so if you need assistance in your life, please hit the link in the comments of the description. I'd be happy to work with you. I am sending you so much love. Go love yourself today. Do something kind, drink something yummy, and I will see you in the next one. All right, peace out.